So I had the strangest thing happen to me just now. Obviously you can tell I just unboxed this keyboard and mouse, and while I was in the middle of it, it just decided to like corrupt my memory card and say that it couldn't write, and it was trying to enter into recovery mode, but at the end of it, I lost everything that I just shot, which wasn't a huge deal. I literally was just about to open the main box of the keyboard and mouse, but still my intro is all gone. So long story short, this was sent to me. It's not sponsored by them. They did reach out to see if I wanted to test this out. I said yes, mainly because this would be I wanted to know if it would be a great budget wireless keyboard and mouse, as it's coming in only at $45 US, and compared to other mice and wireless keyboards out there, this is like half of the price for just one of those items. So packaging is pretty clean. There's not a lot going on as far as the outside box goes. I mean, it really tells you exactly what you're getting into. It's an ultra slim wireless multimedia keyboard and mouse. So let's actually get into it. Okay, so here's the keyboard itself. I am really excited having a full-size keyboard, meaning the number pad on the side here. I'm using just the regular wireless Apple keyboard that came with the iMac way back when. Obviously, I had already unboxed the mouse here, and this is kind of where you see the downfall between this combo. This mouse is extremely cheap. I mean, again, I know it's $45 for both, but this is where it's just feels really not great, really low quality. Now, it doesn't, not to say that it'll ruin its function. I'm sure it's gonna work, you know, to do mouse stuff, but there's no satisfying click. It's kind of a little bit like a bit muted, like muffled or something, the clicks. But I mean, ergonomically, I think it'll do just fine. Now, I think the real gold or gem here in this package is going to be the keyboard itself. It has a really good weight to it. It's heavier than the Apple keyboard. Again, I know this is a lot larger and it has the number pad here, but it just has a really nice weight to it. And I think it has a lot to do with this right here. Essentially, is this battery powered? Let's see. Ouch. It is. You're going to be taking two AAA batteries, which is kind of sucky, especially in 2020. A lot of the technology now you can charge and should be able to charge via a cable, whether that be a micro USB, which I'd be fine with that at the very least, or if a more updated would be a USB-C charging port. However, this is going to be battery powered. To some, that may be a pro or a con, so, you know, use that information as you will. But I think that allows it to get a really good, sturdy weight to this thing. Now, obviously, just quickly typing over, it does have like a textured over the keyboard. I don't know if you guys can kind of tell there. It has like a coating over it, so hopefully it's like anti like oils, because you can't really tell. I'm a really sweaty person, especially if I'm typing or editing for hours on end. I do get really sweaty palms. So I'm pretty curious to see if this is going to be kind of resistant to the natural oils from our hands, which would be awesome, because that would remain the keyboard to look pretty new from day, you know, whether you're using it for months, it's still going to look fairly new if it kind of refrains from obtaining all those oils from your fingers. But looking at the functionality of this keyboard, you do have some media player keys up here. So it should work essentially with obviously Apple or Windows. So I'm curious to see if I have to set anything up in like specific, or if I have to use function blah 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 to use those. You have an email, you have a music and printer button, which don't have a printer, so useless. You do have a lock. That'd be kind of interesting to see if that would actually lock the computer. That'd be pretty neat. And then obviously your volume. One of the things that I will have to get used to is actually having such a large keyboard surface to type on. I'm used to something like this small and beep 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 boop and using the numbers, but I love this. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this looks. So I'm going to set this up with my computer now and actually finish up another video and just use this combo, and then we'll come back. Well, let's just cut to the chase. As far as me using the keyboard and mouse as my daily drivers for the past couple of days, using for both editing, emailing, everything, I've come to the conclusion that it's not for me. And the biggest reason is the mouse. I have terrible arthritis. I'm an old woman. I'm probably like 87 years old. So I really have to be careful of my hands. So as far as mice goes, I am still using the Logitech, the one with the little ball on the side, just because I can keep my hand rested in one position and not having to move the mouse all over the mouse pad to just get around the screen. So for me personally, I wasn't able to use the mouse. It was really good, actually. The user experience in itself, it's pretty smooth. It does what it needs to do. Ergonomically, it's a little bit better than the Magic Mouse, just because that one's really, really terrible. I really can't use the Magic Mouse for that long, just because it's the slim profile. It just doesn't work well with my hands. So this does offer some ergonomical and comfort. So as far as that's great, but for long usage, as far as for editing long videos or even for YouTube, I really couldn't use this. Now going on to the keyboard, since I am a primary Apple user, Mac OS, I really think that this keyboard is geared more towards Windows. Now, I guess that could have been a giveaway given on all of the function keys up here is more designed for Windows. Although it does work with Mac OS, you do have to press the function key and then the pause and play button, which just kind of sucks having to lift both your hands from what you're doing to pause or to skip a song, versus you're typing away, you can keep your left hand where it's at and then just quickly pause, play, skip. So that kind of got a little bit frustrating and just kind of annoying, really. I loved having, other than that, I really loved having the number pad. But going back to the keys itself, as I was unboxing, I was telling you how this sounds kind of muffled. The keys also are a little bit like, not stiffer, but quieter. It's designed that way on purpose. So I think this combo is really geared to those working parents that have maybe smaller children at home and they don't want to make a lot of noise around them. This is what it's like made for. As someone who likes mechanical keyboard or even old typewriters, I really miss the satisfaction of like noise or that like feedback in the keys. So again, that was another adjustment that I had to come around to as far as like using this. I think the first day I was like, nope, I don't like it. It's not for me. But after giving it some time, you do get used to it, but I do miss that. I'm still super thankful to have this sent out to me. Again, I'm not bashing this at all. I'm just trying to be as honest and transparent to you all. Again, I did get this for free, sent to me out to review, and this is me just giving you my honest review. So if you're looking for just a simple keyboard and mouse, and maybe you're on a PC or Windows computer, you're not looking for anything fancy, you have all the function keys, this is gonna be for you. And if you have any questions about this keyboard and mouse, please comment down below. Like this video if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll be posting a link to this down below in case you want to check it out. Maybe you know someone that would benefit from having this combo. Again, coming in at only $40, $42 probably with tax. It is not a bad deal.